Gwendolyn Brooks this afternoon, students released balloons in memory of a beloved teacher killed by gun violence.
I'm glad that we could send her off that way because she was actually a really good teacher.
Dr. Betty Howard grew up in the Englewood neighborhood and for years has been a special education teacher here at Gwendolyn Brooks College Prep in the Roseland neighborhood. Yesterday evening, while in a real estate office in the 700 block of East 79th Street, gunfire began outside and one of the bullets hit Howard. Orlando Long was Howard's brother.
Just, was a very happy person, always smiling, always laughing, just full of joy.
What people don't know about Chatham is not a neighborhood, Chatham is not a community. Chatham is a state of mind. And that state of mind represents Black entrepreneurship, African-American home ownership, African-American businesses.
I just really took it for granted that people grew up in a middle-class community with teachers and doctors and lawyers and philanthropists and judges. And even though the community has changed since I was a girl, many of those kind of core values are still there. Respect for education, respect for the community, understanding that, kind of we're a collective.
It's been a bad eyesore for the community because so much happens on 79th Street. A lot of hanging out, a lot of this, that, and the other that shouldn't take place. So to add something positive to 79th to try and turn it around, I think is a plus. I mean, I give it a thumbs up.
My brother has been the main point of contact. So when he came to me and said, listen, this is what they're trying to do, at first, there was a little trepidation because initially it brings up old wounds and stuff. It opens up old wounds and have you thinking about what occurred, when it occurred, and how horrific it was. But then after a while, it's like, well, if it's something that's going to provide for her legacy and an opportunity for people beyond those who are here now to say, well, Dr. Betty Howard is affiliated with this and she was the one who was associated with that, I think it's one of the best things that the city could do.
I'm a former teacher, like Dr. Howard, and a resident of Chatham, and her death it resonated with me. I don't know why. I think I identified with her as a teacher, I think, and as a mom. So the importance of this space is really rooted in creating opportunity for people in the community. And I think also creating an opportunity for us to decrease the number of young men who feel hopeless, who feel that they have to be connected to a gang for their identity, who wind up shooting randomly into a space and killing somebody who has been focused on trying to improve other people's lives. The importance of this space is making sure that we get to stop that cycle.
This is going to do a great service for people who live in Avalon Park, Chatham, Greater Grand Crossing. Is going to give them access to a facility that is in their neighborhood where they feel safe, that they can walk to, or it's just 1 or 2 bus rides away.
The center proves the power of public and private sector partnerships. The Chicago Cook Workforce Partnership has been a longtime partner in our city and has spearheaded a number of initiatives and projects that diagnose and treat the deep-rooted inequities Chicago continues to grapple with. Now, the center continues this work by forging partnerships with city officials, community leaders, and stakeholders to create a state-of-the-art place where Chatham residents can meet, can heal, and learn.
Congressman Rush was very disturbed and brought together civic leaders, religious leaders, community activists from across his district that try to figure out how to respond to the violence. And the commitment of the partnership at that point was to try to put together a workforce center in Chatham to serve not just that community, but the larger Mid-South side.
This sits right here as a beacon to the future of young people, people who are unemployed, single mothers, teenage mothers, those who have no hope. This is the center of hope.
Well, people can look forward to the Maker Lab, which is the first of its kind on the south side of Chicago. We were also be offering classes through Jane Addams Resource Corporation and Daly College in manufacturing. So there'll be courses in blueprint reading, CNC machining, electric circuitry, as well as AutoCAD.
One of the areas that we're going to be training in is in mechanical assembly, as well as 3D printing. We'll also have some training for basic math and reading instruction for individuals that need a little bit of extra help there.
My goal for every training that I get, my goal is to mold them. So whatever company they get, they can mold them to whatever they need. You know, you get people that got that one-track mind or they're really good at one thing. My goal is to make you so versatile that whatever company you go to, whatever you venture off and do, they will be able to mold you to exactly what they need, instead of just getting someone that's like, oh, I'm just good at this and this only, you know. They're gonna get someone that wants to learn some of everything.
When I actually pulled up there and I got out of my car, someone, a community person, you know, a community member comes up and says, hey, you know, I've seen this beautiful building, I've seen what you guys are doing, and I'm hearing that you're gonna do some classes here. How do I sign up? How do I do this? And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, did Karin set this up, you know? Did she get somebody, you know, just to do this just because we're walking up here? But no, it was actually someone wanting to, you know, really being excited about seeing this transformation that was occurring on this block.
And to those who, like us, have been blessed with great material wealth, I want to encourage them, at least Chicagoans, to invest in our communities, to help other Chicagoans. We have the resources. We need to use them. We need to invest in ourselves.
To see now that there is a workforce development that's going to teach education, which she was so strongly involved in, it's like it's surreal. It's unbelievable.
Like my daughter said, you know, we're already emotional because, you know, of my sister and what happened 2 blocks away. And now for this, you know, particular organization to come into play and say, well, listen, in honor of your sister, we'd like to do this, this, and this. So this is just a phenomenal space for that.
This is a good place, you know, from what I see and from what I know, there's a lot of opportunity for people to do better. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about, something positive, man. My mom was about positivity.
It is a gift in honor of an educator. And you know, if there's nothing else that can be said about it, if people remember nothing else, I want them to remember that. It was made with love.
I'm just overjoyed, you know. I'm sitting here and I'm tearing up, but these are tears of joy just to see that her life, you know, her death wasn't in vain, and her legacy could continue to just move on.
It represents hope restored for hopeless people, a hopeless community.